Uh, Good evening to one and all present here. So, on behalf of management of St.Mother Engineering College, its principal, HOD, staff and students, I welcome each and everybody. Today, on behalf of Entrepreneurship Development Cell, we are going to have a session on business model canvas. The resource person is Mr. T. Manochandar, Assistant Professor Electronics and Communication Engineering, Surya Group of Institutions, School of Engineering and Technology, Vikramandi, Vilpuram District, Tamil Nadu State. So, a brief introduction about him. He has got his BE as well as ME, BE degree in Common Engineering College, Tiruvannamalai, ME in Pratyusha Institute of Technology, both under Anna University, and currently pursuing his PhD in Hindustan Institute of Science and Technology and Science. He has got more than some 10 or 12 years of experience. He has guided some 20 projects for UG and 8 projects for PG, and he has published a lot of papers in national as well as international conferences as well as journals. So he is a very expert in IPR as well as the entrepreneurship related things. So today we are very happy to have him as a resource person for our event. So let me hand over the session directly to the sir. Sir, it is your time, you can take.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. So, we start the session. Before starting the session, the title today given to me is Business Model Canvas. Whether totally English is okay or conversion of English and Tamil, what? Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So, let me share PPT now. Yes. I think, sir, whether my screen is visible, sir? Yeah, thank you, sir. So let me start the session. Thank you for a wonderful introduction given to me. I am a professor of EC department and an innovation ambassador of a Surya Group of Institutions, School of Engineering and Technology, Kirwandi. And today, the topic given to me is business model canvas. So before entering into business model canvas, we should know what is meant by business. Most of the people are thinking that business is something a very different thing. It is a tough thing, or we should take a risk on that thing. Not like that. It is an economic institution engaged in production or distribution of goods and services in order to earn profits and acquire wealth. Whatever thing we are doing, uh, a new idea will be with us. We are going to incorporate that new idea as a business. What for? In order to earn some money, in order to get some profits. With that profit, in order to acquire some wealth. That is called a business. So business is just a thing which we have to engage in production of goods or services in order to earn some profits. That is business. So business structures, there are different type of business: sole proprietorship, partnership, limited liability company, corporation. So initially, a person who wanted to start a business will be in a point of sole proprietorship. That particular person or a married couple is responsible for the company profit or debits. Here, when you're going with a business, when you're talking with business, we should not use the word loss. We should use a word called debit, profit or debit. And when we are talking with sole proprietorship, the income tax will be very personal on their own personal thing. Income tax record is their own personal thing. So the when we are talking with income tax, it is in a kind of slabs. So in that slab, at what point they have to pay their tax. So that is a personal tax. Sole proprietorship lies on their personal income tax, whereas partnership, it comes to owned and operated by multiple peoples, one or more, not one. If it is a single person, it is sole proprietorship. More than one, then that is said to be a partnership. Even in this partnership, it is of two types. One is general partnership, one is limited partnership. Limited partnership is a people, those who are an investor. If the people comes under an investor, if they are only investing the money, nothing else they will be doing in that particular business. So they will be coming under limited partnership. Whereas in general partnership, they own and operate their business. That particular business completely they operates. Whatever the profit, whatever the debits comes under them will be governed by the general partnership people. Limited partnership people just they invest and they uh, get the profited amount. That's all. Limited liability company, liable, which itself shows that more and more people. Limited liable company means stakeholders will be added with the partners, owner, partner, and the stakeholders. If a company, in a name of a company, multiple businesses going on, what happens? They will be dividing the shares. The shares will be divided. So some of the people can get their shares. Just like a share market, they will be putting their shares in a share market, so people can get them, or people can sell. They can sell their shares, they can buy their shares. Anything can be happen in a limited liability company. Corporation, it is very different. It is a very big company, a company which has more number of business. For example, Reliance is a corporation where it has more business with them. Electricity, uh, Reliance Telecommunication, Reliance Petrol, uh, Reliance Trends. In most of the thing, they had invested their money. So they are said to be corporation. Corporate company comes under corporation. There are many type in corporation, C corp, M corp. That doesn't matter. Generally, we will stop this. So business structure, if you are taking business structure, it is of four types: sole proprietorship, partnership, limited liability company, corporation. Then what are all the components of business model? These are, and until previous slide, we are talking about business. Now comes under business model. So when you're going with business model, these are all the components of business model. The main and primary component of business model is strategic choices. What are all the choices? Any point of view, a business starts and ends with the customer. So customer plays a major role. Number one, customer. Value proportion, competencies. What are all the competencies that we have to follow to make our business in a grand success? So that is competency. Revenue, pricing. We have to fix the price. For example, if I am manufacturing uh, 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 cloth, a shirt or a pant, I have to fix a rate for that particular shirt or a pant. So that revenue, that pricing should be profitable. The manufacturing cost, the person who have worker cost, everything has to be incorporated on pricing. Competitors, again, I am manufacturing a shirt or a pant. Many competitors are there. Many competitors. So we have to consider them. We have to be different from them. How we can differ from other companies in terms of quality, in terms of quantity, in terms of pricing, any type. No, so we have to be different from the competitor. If we have to think that we have to be different from competitor, then we have to study about the competitors. Who are all the competitors? What they are doing? What actually they are doing? What are all the things that? What are all the strategy they are following? That has to be studied properly. Branding, advertisement, branding, that is most important. Anything has to be branded, has to be advertised. Then only customer can see that branding, see that advertisement, and they can come to us. Differentiation, this is the main point. How we are different from others? We have to differ from the competitors. That differentiation should be liked by the customer. For these, all the above things will be done with a proper mission that has to be incorporated in our business. Mission, without mission and vision, nothing can be done. So this is all the main thing. Value network. What are all the point which we have to give values? When I'm going with a business, when I'm starting a business, what are all the values? We have to give values for some things. What are the things? Suppliers. From the suppliers, we can get most of the information. If my product is launching in a very good way, it was liked by the customer. Many of the customers are buying my product. What happens? Suppliers are multiplied. I'm starting a business in Thuthukudi. I have to uh, uh, I have to spread my business from Thuthukudi to Tirunelveli, Tenkasi. So what happens? Suppliers will be more. If suppliers are more, automatically I can get information about the customer need, what the customer actually need, what are all the negative things about our product. We have to convert the negative things to the positive things. So that will be received by the supplier to us. Okay, customer relationship is most important. Where this thing is this customer relationship is maintained with that telemarketing. There are many type of marketings. Telemarketing are the most powerful people which they maintain the relation with the customer. Information flows. They have to know the complete information to complete information about our products. If I'm doing a business, my complete information about my product has to be given to the customer such that the customer should like us. Then they will be buying more and more things. So these are all the most important value network. What are the things which we will be creating? That is create value, resources, the product. For generating the product, I need a resources. I want to know what are all the process that has to be done with that particular resources. What are all the activities that that I have to be performed to make my resources as a product, final product to reach the customer. So these are all the values. Capture value is completely about the financial aspect. All these four things has to be in an equal proportion to build a good business model. These are all the components of business model. Now comes business model canvas. This is a definition of business model canvas. Visual representation of a business model highlighting a key strategic factor. It is a basic definition of business model canvas. But for understanding purpose, a strategic template, a strategy has to be followed. For that, I am creating a template. By using that template, if I am developing my new business, that is called business model canvas. Or if I am taking over the existing business, then I have to document it. Documenting is most important. If I'm starting a business, documentation plays a major role. A person who is starting a business has to pay the tax. For example, fishing business in Thoothukudi, fishing business is most important, as well as pearl business and exporting a pearl. If at all I'm exporting a pearl, I have to pay the tax, SGST, CGST, to whom I am selling. All has to be documented. Then only I can able to pay my tax. Income tax has to be paid. So everything has to be properly documented. So how to document, which will be given in this business model canvas. So a strategies or a template which is used for developing my business or documenting the existing one. If I'm overtaking the old business, then the existing one means I have to document. If I know how can the particular business has to be documented, then only I can able to document that particular thing. So that is the template which I will be giving you shortly. Before going to that, who was the inventor of business model canvas? Any guesses? I have shared his photo also. Any guesses? See, this is a webinar where I am sharing my information. I am sharing my knowledge, as well as I have to get from you also. Anyone? Any idea? Okay. He is Alex Aswalter, as business theorist, an entrepreneur. He has submitted his research thesis on business model canvas, and he has template. He has given a template for business model canvas. A new person who is starting a business has to follow this kind of template. Then only he can able to uh, he can able to get a successful in his business. That is the thing strategy given by Alex Oswald. And as per his research, most of the businessman has accepted his template. That's what he was accepted as an inventor of business model canvas. Why we have to go for this business model canvas? What happens, this template, it helps us to visualize what are all the important factors which is needed to make the custom to make our business, or to make our product to reach the customer, and to get the customer satisfaction. This particular template helps to visualize what are all the important and forces users to address the key areas. The important thing which will be injected, our product, the important thing about our project will be injected to the user, such that the user can easily attract with our business. That is what we are going. It can also be used by a team. Even it can be used in any organization, employees or advisors. So if they are using this template, this template will help them to understand about the relationship and the needs, the necessary thing which is needed for them to get success in all areas. So that is the main thing which is given in this business model canvas. Sections. Actually, this is a standard format of business model canvas. I had specified this in three different colors: feasibility, desirability, viability. Feasibility is that what we can deliver it. Desirability is what the customer need. Viability is what the worth of our product, the worth of our entire product given to them. So feasibility is the capable of being done or carried out. What I can do to make my customer happy, to satisfy my customer. What are all the things that I can do? That is feasibility. Desirability is that keeping my user engaged from the beginning to the end. How to attract them by my product. When I am introducing my product, that product has to be attracted by the customer so that they, even though they don't need my product, they have to buy my product. That is desirable. They have to attracted towards my product, and they have to find the usable things, usefulness things, or what all the features that are there in my product that they have to use on their own. I have to bring that to the customer's mind. That is desirability. Viability is where user is engaged, keeping user engaged at the beginning, attracting them to interact with the product, and I have to show and I have to give the usefulness of my product. Whether my product is viable, is worthier. If I'm selling a pen, customer, I have to give that show my pen is very much worthable, such that the customer should love my pen. It should attract the customer. They have to buy my pen. That's all. That is my ultimate aim. So I have to showcase my product, which should attract the customer, which should attract my customer. What are all the key resources of business model canvas? It's physical. Key resources in the sense it can be physical, financial, intellectual, or human. Key resources in the sense um, my aim is to do a business with a product. I don't know what product. Just I'm telling. Just I'm taking an example. That's all. So let me take an example of pearl business. Initially, my resources is from ocean. What are all the things that I have to find out there is I have to get a pearl in the ocean with the help of a human. I have to find a fact where that pearl can be sold in a good amount. Intellectually, I have to spend that particular product such that I have to get my profit. It should not debit. I should get a profit. If I'm spending 2,000 or 5,000, for example, I'm spending 5,000 for a person who are going to the sea and getting the pearl. Then I have to extract the pearl from it. I have to clean it. I have to make that in a form of any ornament. Then only I can able to sell. For this particular thing, I have to spend something. So fixing a pricing which consists of all. So when I'm fixing that amount should be profitable. Likewise, I have to set the amount. So these all the key resources should be like that. Okay. Who are all using this business model canvas? Uh, Standard use not only by startup. Most of the startup companies they are using this business model canvas in order to get a good profit and mainly for documentation. Companies like Microsoft, GE, Mastercard also they are using this template. I'll show the template in forthcoming slides. Um, I don't know whether you know that or not. Google CEO Sundar Pichai is from Thuthukudi. He is following this business model canvas. At present, new techniques they are going to release. The technique will be released by Google uh, by following this business model, by following a strategic template introduced in a business model canvas. They are following in a form of template, and now they are going to release in a very short duration. It will be released. Okay, these are all the standard people they are using this business model canvas. Here is the elements. Yes, sir. Excuse me. Whether my PPT is visible, sir? Yeah. So from my last slide, I am continuously telling about the templates. A template has to be used. So with that template, again they will be uh, they can develop a new business or a documentation can be done. This is the template, which consists of nine things, nine blocks. You can easily see that there are nine important blocks which comprises of organization, client, sales, and financial. Just in order to highlight all those things, I have highlighted. Uh, Let me explain you part by part. Initially, I am taking only the organization. You just forget about all the other things. Taking only the organization, what are all the three important blocks in the organization is key partners, key activities, key resources. Key partners is a thing where it deals with the type of business and what are all the who are all the peoples who are with them within the business. Everything will be comes under key partners. Key activities, which includes or which explains clearly about the vision and mission of the business. What are all the business? Any kind of business I can use for that business. I have to create a vision and a mission, which will be clearly discussed in key activities. And foremost thing, what are all the things that I have to perform to make my product, to get my complete product in an output, which will be also discussed in key activities. Key resources in order to get my product, what are all the basic resources needed. The resources has to be given by the organization. What are all the process that has to be done, which has to be given by the organization. What are all the vision and mission of my business has to be given by the organization. Who are all the partners, main partners are there, that has to be given by the organization. So these important things has to be considered in an organization if it is in a proper way. For example, let us take our college. Our college, if I'm taking our college, definitely there will be a chairperson, secretary, and all the upper peoples will be there. So they will be coming under key partners. Key activities. What is the mission and vision of my institution? What are all the activities that I have to be has to be performed in order to get my product out. Product is nothing. If I am talking with an organization, product is nothing but a successful engineers. Those who are coming in a final years. key resources in order to make a better engineer or a good engineer. Engineer, a person who is an engineer is a good engineer. So to make a student into an engineer, what are all the resources that is given by the institution? That is labs, all labs, classrooms, everything comes under resources. So these are all the main thing that is coming under organization. Next thing is finance, cost structure, revenue stream. Revenue streams, which includes as well as in an organization, I am talking about an institution. Same thing I am taking into a financial part. Revenue stream. Revenue stream is nothing but for developing that particular institution, how the amount has been spent. Cost structure is nothing but a fees which you are collecting. Very simple. If I am comparing these two things with the business, how can I compare? For example, again, I am dealing with a pearl business. If I am dealing with pearl business, who are all the key partners? If I am a sole proprietor, then only myself will be the partner. No one will be there. Key activities. What are all the activities I am going to perform? For a week, how many times I am going to the ocean? So, if I am going to an ocean, how many pearl I am getting for a single a person who is going into the sea? If again I'm coming back, how many pearl he is taking and coming? That has to be introduced in key activities itself. Vision and mission will be given there itself. What are all the resources? The boat which I am taking, the food for the people who are going into the sea, everything will be coming under resources. Again, cost and revenue structure. Simply, I cannot go into a sea. So for that, for a boat, I need a diesel or something else. Revenue streams, cost structure. A person who is coming along with us, I have to pay them. Those who are getting a pearl, I have to pay them. So these are all the cost structures. So these two, and most important thing is client and sales. Client relationship, customer segment, channel. Customer relationship will be decided with the people whom I am doing the business. If I am doing the business directly, then I will be going with digital marketing or else telemarketing, customer relationship operator, something else. With that, I have to get a feedback from the customer. How about my product? Whether the customer are liking my product, whether anything has to be made. That is SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis can be done only if I get my feedback from the customers. Without the feedback of the customer, I could not able to get anything. I could not able to know what are the need of the customer, how the customer likes my product. So, customer relationship is much more important for any kind of business. Customer segment. A pearl can be taken from an ocean, which can be converted into an ornament with different structures or different designs. Maybe a design will be liked by someone. Some customer did not like the design. So proportion, I have to see the proportion of the customer. How many customer likes the design? How many customer does not like the design? Depends upon that. I have to restructure or redesign that particular thing. So these are all the most important customer relationship and customer segment channel through which via I am reaching my customer. See, a person who is going to the sea and getting a pearl, directly he will not sell anything. He will sell through someone. That is marketing. Now, digital marketing comes to a part. I think some people in Tamil Nadu, non-Mudalon scheme, they are teaching digital marketing. Anyone can do the business from the home using digital marketing. It's a booming business, which is very much commonly we can found in students, this digital marketing. Even some of the students are doing using this digital marketing. For example, one of my student is making ornament with threads, different color of threads and something else, and she's taking different kind of photos and uploading uh, in some portal. That is a kind of digital marketing, a kind of entrepreneur. So why I'm telling these things, the channel via business is done via and reach the customer. That channel is most important. I am spending 4 rupees. When that is going to the customer, if the customer in a customer point, it will be sold by some 20 to 30 rupees. That much difference can be found. Even you can, if I am buying a biscuit packet in a supermarket, 10 rupees biscuit packet, they are charging 9 rupees. Why? In an MRP rate itself, they are reducing. Whereas if I am buying the same biscuit packet in a roadside shop, same 10 rupees they are getting. So something is happening. What that is called the channel through which thing I am reaching the customer. The customer has to get satisfied. Value proportion is intersection of organization and a client. What are all the customer need has to be conveyed to the organization such that the positive thing will be remain same, the negative thing has to be changed into a positive, that those things will be carried out in an organization. The intersection of these two is sales. How much product is sold depends upon that. I can get my feedback. Very simple. If I'm making an ornament, for example, if I am making 50 different kinds of ornaments with different designs, if the 50 ornament is sold, then I am doing good business. So my product is liked by all the peoples. I have attracted the customers. I had fulfilled the needs of the clients. If at all, only 20 ornaments are sold, then something somewhere is lagging. I have to find that lagging part. What, or that something somewhere is lagging. What are those things? That is a SWOT analysis. I have to do that. If at all, if I am doing those SWOT analysis, automatically it will be helping my business to take my business into the next level. Or else, that is very impossible thing. See, many business are arising, many schemes are introduced by the government, but successful entrepreneur is very less. Why? Because they are not doing the SWOT analysis. They are just implementing their idea, getting their product, trying to sell with the customer. Somewhat they are succeeding, or else they are lagging. Why they are lagging? They are not thinking of that. They are not doing that SWOT analysis. That is very important for each and every business. SWOT analysis has to be done. Even in an educational part, even in an educational institution, we are doing SWOT analysis. How means depends upon the success rate of a student. How the students is getting passed, how many are passed, total number of appeared, total number of pass percentage. So this much of people have been passed, this much of people have been failed. So the subject handlers, what are the feedback which you are giving? So what are all the feedback you are getting from the students? Likewise, this is nothing but a SWOT analysis, analyzing where the mistake has been happened, and we have to correct that mistake. That's all. This everything can be done in this single template. All the things are covered in this template. That is what the business model canvas. Very simple. What are all the things which I am explained before? Everything comes under this particular slide. Any doubt on this particular slide? And why? Because this is most important. This is a template of business model canvas. If you have any doubt, you can ask me, or else I can move to the next slide.
No, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So next, anything, anything new I am following. There, I have to see some limitations, advantage, disadvantage. Definitely, there it will be there. So here, the limitations is based on three source of data. One is the exclusion of external force to a business model, such as competition, market for nothing. What is that? Um, I want to start a business. I want to put a small hotel in my area. Consider. I tried that thing and I have started a new hotel. What are all the things necessary for hotel is number one, taste, number two, customer, or number one, customer, number two, taste. How to attract the customer? Tomorrow I'm going to start a hotel. So the first 10 customer, I'll be giving this. I'll be giving that. Attracting. Okay. Even though the customer are not returning back. Why? Because I have to think. What happens in my area? Already there are 4 to 5 hotels. If I'm starting again sixth hotel, how come I can get the customer? Already the customers are divided in 5 different part area. Then how can I get a customer? That is the first limitation. Even though I am following this template, I have started a business model by following this business model canvas template. Even though I am not getting the correct part, means then that is a major part. That is a limitation. Number one limitation is competition. We have to see the market. How many competitors are there? If I am going to start a business with them, I have to differ from them. How I can differ from them? That is a main part. I have to do that analysis. Okay, even though I am starting a sixth hotel, how I can make a difference from them? That I have to think. So I have to put a new menu which they are not giving with the low cost. Then I can get a customer. So that way I have to think. And second thing is narrowness of value proposition. That was I'm telling you now. Second thing is the narrowness of value proportion. Change of values. Amount. I am changing the amount, value amount. So such that if I'm doing that, I can get a clients. So these are all the limitations. I cannot able to randomly change the value proportion then and then in a template. If I am fixing a template, I have to follow the template strictly. But these things are the limitation. And focus is on creating value with revenue or return. If I am getting a good revenue, even though I'm following the same template, no, there I have to change. I have to change such that I have to increase my revenue. Not getting the same revenue. Today I'm getting 100 rupees, tomorrow I have to get 200 rupees. Day after tomorrow, I have to get 300 rupees. So at that point, something has to be changed. What are all the things that has to be changed? That has to come to the matter. I have to include in my template. Okay, so these three are the major limitations of business model canvas. Now, what are all the advantage? As I am talking with the limitation, I have to show the advantages also. What are all the advantages? So the I can show my target. I can get my target. I can fix my target. I can run to the target. I can meet my target. So fixing a target, if I am clear with my target, then only I can fix the target. That is a major advantage in business model canvas. I can easily understand my target and I can fix the target such that I can give or determine my proportion in a correct way. Number two, the product created is fixed. I know what product I'm going to done. That's all. These are all the product that I am going to do. If I am clear in my product, nothing is needed. That can be clearly taken part in this business model canvas. Number three, my strategy is very clear. If I'm very clear with my strategy, easily I can acquire with that particular strategy and I can do my business in a better way, which I mean, that strategy should be differ from my competitors. That is much and most important. When I'm considering my business model canvas, this is very much important. Preparing a strategy and following a strategy. Preparing a strategy is very easy, but following a strategy is very tough. I can able to talk very easily, but following something is somewhat different. So that is easier in business model canvas. Understanding my strategy before creating my or before preparing my strategy, I have to completely read all the strategy followed by my competitor also. My strategy will be different from the competitor so that it will be followed very easily. Since I am studying my competitor strategy, anticipating competition is also very easy. Subscription, crowdsourcing, hidden revenue. Hidden revenue. What is meant by hidden revenue? You people will be knowing about revenue. What is hidden revenue? I am depositing an amount of 1 lakh rupees in my account. Okay. So per month, some interest will be given. I am not doing any transaction with my account, even though I am getting some amount as an interest and it was credited in my account. That is hidden revenue. In the business also, same thing will be happening. If I'm just doing my business with the client, automatically some transaction will be done if my product is attractive. That's all. Very simple. Okay. See, I have given you a gist of business model canvas. Business model canvas is very vast topic, which I can't able to fix it in an hour. So just I am giving you a hint or a gist of this topic. That's all. That's why I want to just explain you about that 9 blocks that is much more important in the business model canvas. Then I have just shifted to limitation and advantages. If you people are very much clear in this business model canvas, easily you can start up a new business with a successful part, successful way, in a very successful way. Okay. So before ending my seminar or webinar, I have some successful story video of very young entrepreneurs had given their successful stories. Uh, you can able to, sir, can you able to hear? Yeah, thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, just a minute, sir. See, one thing is, she is an entrepreneur with an age of 14. In an age of 14, she had started as cake stall. Actually, baking is her business. Um, yeah, at the age of 14, she had started. And what the thing that she faces is account handling. Account handling can be done only at the age of 18. Before that, account handling cannot be done. So these kind of difficulties she had found. She had been uh, she has to overcome those things. So these are all the factors that just I have to show. I want you to show that what are all the key factors that they have overcome. That's why I am playing this video. Okay. Okay, actually, the first video is a 10 years old student, old school student who has started his baking business, and she has come with many problems. Initially, she had a good communication skill, and she had gone to many colleges, and she had given us lectures, and she had shown her talent in their particular place itself, and she had given their samples. Even though when they are giving the samples, what happens is that the customers, they are not satisfied. Namesake, they will be giving the feedback. When she had charged some amount, she had charged certain amount. So after that, she had get a recognition. Okay, now the part is good. Okay. So similarly, the second success story is that she is a student of Anna University. Now she is a student of Anna University. Before, she had started her business in an age of 13. So why I have included these two videos in this particular in the presentation is that these both students are an young entrepreneur, young successful entrepreneur. They have learned many more things with the startup itself. Uh, After that, at what point they had attained the success is that when they found this template, when they found this template, without knowing that this is a business model template, these people have introduced their business, this template in their business in different way. Since both are different business, they have implemented this business model canvas template without knowingly. That is, this is a business model template. Without knowingly, they have implemented with their business, and they have attained the success. A small or a young CEO of a company, a small kid who was well versed with the cyber security. Actually, he had started a business with cyber security, and is running in a very successful way. The kid is facing some problem. What is that? Is 10 people are neglecting to join in his company because he is 10 years old. That is a major thing that that particular child is facing. And then he has changed the thing by including his dad in his business. Very simple. Just his dad is governing his business, but the main hero of his business is that particular kid. That is the thing. That is at a different part, without knowingly, the template will be introduced in them in their business, and automatically the business will be uh, going, or the business will be running in a positive or a successful way. So with this, I am completing my seminar or this webinar. I think this 1 hour, I have made this 1 hour in a useful way. I think so. For that, I need some feedback of you. If feedback is given, then it will be nice. I can. That is, I am analyzing SWOT analysis. That's all. Any queries?